Alright, bro, this is gonna be a video about how we should both go into bulk. Not just you, not just me, everyone. We should all go into bulk if you're skinny. And I'm not saying I'm skinny per se, because I do have some muscle on me, but the thing is, my transformation is prominent, but it's not at the point that I want it to be at. So basically, this is me when I was skinny fat, and this is me now. But, believe it or not, we are the exact same weight in that before picture and in the after picture, because I recomped my body, and I'm gonna make a video on body recomposition and how I did it. But I didn't bulk. I didn't gain any actual weight because I lost a lot of fat, and I gained a lot of muscle. Sorry. So there wasn't any actual gaining of weight. I didn't go on a surplus and on a bulk, and I'm gonna tell you why I didn't do it. So when I was 10 to 13 years old, I was this really fat kid. I had a lot of fat on me. I'll put a picture right here. So I was really fat, as you can see. And basically, when I entered high school, since I was so fat, I was really insecure about it. And I demonized gaining weight, like my whole life. All my life, I demonized it. Like, no, you should never gain weight. It's a really bad thing. You shouldn't do it. And it led me to this mindset of, bro, you should never bulk. You should never eat more calories than you burn in a day. Dude, it is horrible. It does really bad things to you. And basically, entering high school, I started running a lot. I ran, right? But I did this for around 2 or 3 years. And fast forward to junior year, sure, I was skinny, but I was skinny fat because I never actually trained my muscles. I lacked so much muscle. I lacked so much definition that basically, bro, I might as well just be like entirely like skinny at that point. Like not even having like the little bit of fat that I had, and I would have looked better. But no, I had the worst of the worst. I was skinny fat. It's a picture that I showed in the before. And basically I was like, dude, I need muscle. And here we are now. I have the physique that I showed you after. So how I did that is through a body recomposition. I was in a slight deficit, all right? I was eating a lot of protein, 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight, and I was training really hard. And basically, I've been doing this for around 2 years, a year and a half, around that time. And that's where it's led me up till now. But I've plateaued. I've plateaued completely because body recomposition is for those who are barely getting into the gym, which was the case back then. A year and a half ago, it was the case. So it worked for me. My body got reshaped. I went from skinny fat to I got some muscle on me and I'm not fat anymore. Like I'm not skinny fat. But I stood at the exact same weight. Like my weight did not change. I looked the same. I mean, I looked different, but my weight was the exact same. And part of the reason too that I always demonize gaining weight is because I come from a family that is obese. Like obesity is rampant in my family. Like a lot of people in my family are really obese. So I've always had this idea that gaining weight is a bad thing, which it is not. Done in the wrong manner, it's a bad thing. If you're eating really shit foods, if you're eating foods that are not good for you like all the time and you're just eating in this huge surplus that's uncontrolled, then it's bad for you because you're just gonna gain fat and you're gonna destroy your body. But obviously not in the proper bulk. If you're eating 200 to 500 calories above your maintenance and you're training really hard and you're eating 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight and you're building muscle and it's controlled with healthy foods, it can be 20% like bad foods just for the sake of meeting your calorie goal because they're high in calories, right? But mostly good foods, mostly vegetables, meats, and whatnot. You get the point. I started demonizing gaining weight. Like, okay, I shouldn't do it, but now I slapped myself with that mindset and I'm gonna go on a proper bulk. My goal is to get from 131, so that's where I'm at right now. Because I have the physique that I want per se. Like I have the physique I want, but not nearly at the scale or mass that I want it at. So if you look at my physique, like sure I have a good physique you could say, but it's in a really compact, really in a small size if that makes sense. So my goal is to get from where I am right now, 131 to 165 at the end of it, like in a year and a half. So I'm gonna bulk up to 145, do a little mini cut to cut off all the excess fat that I have up until that point. And once I get to that point, I'm gonna bulk up again, this time to 165. And I'm gonna see how I get how my body looks like up till then. Because I've never done a proper bulk. I've trained my ass off this past year and a half, 2 years. And yeah, I've made a lot of progress. My body looks night and day difference. It really does. But I plateaued. I can't build any more muscle, anymore. I really can't. Because I eat very little. I've always been really afraid of gaining weight ever since I entered high school. So I've always just nah man, I'm not gonna eat too much. I'm very little, very low calorie stuff. So I plateaued naturally. So I'm going on a bulk, and we're gonna do this properly. And this video is just representation of bro, you should not build muscle while on a deficit. Okay, you can do it if you're really obese. If you're really obese and basically you just have a bunch of fat to use as energy stores in order to build muscle, then sure, fair enough, go ahead and build muscle in a deficit. Just make sure that you're eating enough protein. 1.2 pounds per pound of body weight, 1.2 grams, sorry. But the thing is, if you're already a skinny dude, or you already have some experience in the gym, most likely than not, you should probably just go on a surplus, bro, because that's how you're gonna make the most gains. If you're making gains right now by being in a deficit, chances are you're not making them optimally, per se. So yeah, this is just gonna be a documentation of my journey in the fact of my bulk. I'm just gonna document that I'm gonna go on a bulk, and we're gonna go on this together, bro. So yeah, hope it goes well for the both of us. Later.